Okay, I returned and hope that everything I'm gonna need for this next thing is like configured correctly, even though I have no idea if it is or not. Let me see. I need to switch this overlay. I need to change the appearance of this thing to the correct one. There we go. I should probably close Steam, but I'm gonna see what happens if I try to start this up without doing that. Hopefully it will all go without a hitch. And not by my computer suddenly taking down to explode like it's doing right now. Never mind the fact that you can't hear that. Alright. Let's see if the controls are gonna work or not. Okay, I'm guessing that's a yes. Seems like a yes. Need to turn this down a bit, I think, because it's kinda loud. But let's see. Oh, everything seems to be working in a non-antagonistic fashion, and at this point I realize that, I followed my old tradition of saying I was gonna grind some stuff for the quests, which I did want to do, but then I didn't do it. That's good stuff. Actually, something I should check right now, as I go back into this game, is some of the stuff that are the R glyphs. Like Arma Chiroptera, which turns you into a comic book character. Maybe I should favor some of these instead of I don't know. Instead of some of the others I have. What about Fidelis Arnea? What if I try to level up that familiar? Well, let's go to Dracula's castle. That big old place that just showed up out of nowhere to be evil and ominous and whatnot. And let's get Castle Entrance Nightmare Gate warp thing. And this thing that doesn't show up quite right because, the screens aren't aligned. But I don't know if they even would show up properly if they were, like a gap. But here I am. It's all gone. What little I had anyway. No, that's not true. There is one thing left to my mission. I'm the only one left who can end this. Hear me, bracket Dracula brackets. I am the morning sun, come to vanquish this horrible night. In which, it is horrible to have a curse in. Now that I've done that little Simon's Quest reference, here we are. At this place with the intro, that's a little too late. That's okay. Oh yeah, we also get this music, it's called An Empty Tome. And I swear it's kind of like the, as you could say, it's kind of the theme song of this game. It's the one song that for some reason most often gets associated with this game in general and with Shanoa, I think, as a character. There's also the little gargoyles in the background, in case there was any doubt of that. And yeah, I think pretty much everything in here is gonna be like unusually strong. Probably a fight right now. Because I'm just, doing normal game progression, and I don't have any kind of overpowered New Game Plus build stuff, so because I, explore this very unusual and psychedelic sort of iteration of Dracula's Castle, that's gonna be the case. But apparently this little spider familiar guy is actually a good thing to have, because if I'm not mistaken, I do see him poisoning the enemies. I'm guessing that like lowers their defenses or something. Maybe attack, who knows. I don't actually know what effect that has on the enemies, to be quite frank with you. But with any luck, this will help me be like the power leveling area. I think I should check too before I forget is the maps that I have this. Because as you might imagine, there are some secret stuff stuff here that I'm gonna miss if I don't know where it is, because I'm no terrible at keeping an eye out for this stuff on my own. I sort of like have a complete memory. I do have a memory about some hidden stuffs in this area, but I don't know exactly where. I think there's something in this room. I have to strike the other, go head over the ledges until we find precious wall meat, tasty meat. I'm gonna have that good old Castlevania stable when you go to the castle. Also, I'm pretty glad that we got the, I think Armaphelix glyph here. It's kind of rare. But I like having as many glyphs as possible, you know. Especially the glyph that lets you turn into another comic book character. Tell you to guess which one that is. At this point I realize I don't remember how to level up the familiars, even though you can see level 1 flash briefly on the top of the screen when I summon this guy, but I don't know how to raise that above 1. And oh well. Apparently I just now got a PayPal receipt for something I bought on GOG like 3 hours ago. That's nice. Oh damn it, no, I got poisoned up. Maybe it wasn't by the, guy that I summoned. Oh, it's probably by these zombie good guys. I should probably be using the thing to, unpoison myself, but I don't know any better. So let me check again real quick. Do I have this? Oh shit, I didn't realize that guy had woken up, that he even existed. Hang on, I'm pretty sure I have to go up here, but before I do, there's something I want to check over the rooms that I just left, because, it's become obvious that I don't plan ahead for stuff like this. Here in this room. Come up here. Well, these things should be breakable, I think. Something over here, maybe. Possibly, potentially, maybe something that I already checked, but I doubt that. Maybe. But hang on just a moment. What's the deal here? Here at the very top corner of this thing. You know what, never mind. I just had to assume that if there was anything there I already either found it or it's just incorrect. By it's just incorrect, I mean the assertion that there is something there. Hopefully that came by, or... Hang on a minute, let me just check this thing. What do you call it? Alright, so that I can... click on it even without that being a problem. Well, like, in that case, prefer it. Let us see. Let's see exactly what kind of weird wonders Dracula's Castle holds for us in this game. The game that doesn't really fit neatly into any part of the continuity. And I think Dracula's Castle in this is actually a good reflection of that, because the style of the background and all this, the whole design of it is completely different from pretty much anything else in any other Castlevania game that I've seen before this point. Well, maybe Bloodlines would have a background kind of like this one, or like Adventure Rebirth, but that didn't actually come until after this one, I don't think. wait until we get to the Wii era of Castlevania games, which is, you know, the 2 games right after this one. Because as I said, those games can best be described as special in every sense of the word, except positive ones. To the library with Bloody Tomes, which also has Empty Tome as the background music. And wow, the poison really lasts for a long time. Sure do hope I don't have to worry about missing any breakable things while I'm here, because I don't remember any of them being the case, but you know, that's kind of funny because in this area, you know, breaking through walls would make a little more sense than in most other ones, considering that the walls are literally made of books here. We're just walking on piles of books. We meet this character Draculina, who is just like a generic enemy, who screams very violently when she dies. Kinda wondering, I haven't really gone through the bestiary of each of these games, like to read the descriptions or anything, but something tells me that won't really make a difference here. I'm kind of curious about that now, guys. Enemies, I said. What's the lore for Draculina? This female vampire feasts on the blood of intruders. Okay, that's all we have to say about that. That's awfully prosaic. Laconic, more like. I want to develop the editing, I guess. Even though something tells me that Draculina is not like one of those characters that the series sometimes has that is like adapted from some kind of folk creature. Also, those are the Tin Men piece, so we didn't probably get to another one actually, but we got a glimpse of one of them back at the prison island. They are terrible to fight. They are not at all easy to fight like they were in Symphony. And even then, I don't remember if they were that easy to fight in that game. But in this game, they are, you know, even worse. However bad they were in that game. Because as you can see, they just keep swinging their shit at you and don't stop. It's really hard to hit them, and they hit really hard when they do hits. And then they open up like that, and they have 2 drop items, and start pelting you with machine gun shit. Yeah, I guess the poison thing does lower the enemy's attack and defense. That's not so bad. Also, we got a save point and a war point. I wonder what this could mean. Wonder if we should, you know, be cautious of anything right now. Be maybe heralding something. And apparently there is something here. What is this? MP max up. Alright, I'm glad that I got that, because on the other side there's a boss door here, you know, big surprise. I wonder who could have seen that coming after seeing the save room and warp room cluttered together in one same area like this. So what kind of horrible, dastardly, terrifying creature will we find in the other side of this door? Well, we're gonna have to find out. Well, this is Baldwin. He has like 9999 health, and there's a trick to finding him though. Just that. he throws shit at you and then uses that glyph to retreat into the wall. But if you hurt him enough, actually, he drops a super potion. So, you know, you want to... Well, you probably want to do that at least. Hurry him long enough to where he does that. But, you know what he's supposed to be doing there is grab that to where you can't hurt him just by... or kill him just by hurting him normally, because he just does that. Next one coming up. What you have to do is hope for the best. Which I mean, oh boy, something I could have done there, but I was a bit too late. And I don't think I can do here. Yeah, I'll bet. I don't even need to hurt him because, you know, it's impossible to actually kill him this way. No, I can't do it right now. I guess I'll just stand here, I guess, to wait for his... Okay, here we go. What now? Well, I missed the jump, that's what. God damn it, I could have gotten it there too. Yep, I'm still here. She can pretty consistently duck stuff just by... or duck under his stuff just by ducking. Duck under his stuff no matter how low the lowest one is, I guess would be a better way of putting what I mean. Here we go. So if you throws him like this, you can absorb the glyph that he uses and he fucking dies because he's stuck in the wall. And this is probably the most likely place you're going to learn about the boss medals if you don't already know that they exist, because, you know, it's pretty easy to kill him without getting hit. And we got the Parius glyph, which lets us move through the walls like this when we see these little introduction points. And something else too. What is this? Is it a Melio glyph? Yeah, Melio Confedere, which is the highest glyph tier. Superior Rapier glyph. Don't think we're gonna be using that though, oh god. It's not a nice sight to see, I gotta tell you. And like the Tin Men. Yeah, they sometimes shout Lord Dracula like that too. It's very dramatic. There is kind of a pattern here, if you fight them like I'm doing right now, or I was. You don't fight the Tin Men without too much trouble, but they're still very annoying enemies, I would say. I should probably just go back here or go back now and, you know, save to avoid having to do the boss over if I die, which is not out of the question because this game is not like super forgiving if you screw up. I leveled up. I guess it was like leftover XP from the boss mixed with the stuff from the room. So let's save. And you know, this small leg of Dracula's castle is apparently 12% of it. Very small percentage of the map that we've uncovered. So what else will we discover here in the library of evil tomes, or whatever this is supposed to be? Well, there's apparently a passage in the other corner of the room, but we can't get up high enough to reach that, so I'm afraid we're forced to ignore it for now. We can two-shot those guys now. I don't think that was the case before. I think we aggroed both of these, yeah. I should get like a big boost to attack power somehow. I don't think I did. It feels that way. So there's kind of a hidden passage here. Well, it's not really hidden, it's just a little bit more out of the way, I guess, but... don't have to come here right now to, like, advance more in the castle, but we should come here at our earliest convenience. Well, this part is hidden because, you know, oh shit, wasted some hearts there. Effect 2 increases regeneration, I guess. Regenerating health. If you activate it very, very slowly, though. Like 1 health every second. But we should travel down this passageway at our earliest convenience, since there's something we need down here, actually. I think we can't complete this area without... oh boy, even though these terrible creatures are also here. I don't want to deal with them, so I won't. And as you see that some of the feast table sprites from Portrait of Ruin are also kind of reused here. Got the pheasant, got the like sliced potato things, got lobsters, and got a big old bowl of fruit. And some kind of fish with like bread things on top. And all sorts of other things. There's also pheasants hanging from the ceiling this time. I think that was in the Portrait of Ruin feast room. And it is more of a... I think this is kind of a weird area actually, since this is supposed to be part of the library, but it's more of a pantry type area. And you see those two concepts, you know, mashing together all that well, but apparently this game does. The library is where you store all your raw food, right? We have like freaking pigs and chickens and beef on a spit in the background, just hanging there without being cooked or anything. Boy. Like, are you gonna follow me? You know, I'm just gonna remove myself without or before there's any chance to follow me or do anything funny. And find this mysterious thing. 2 columns with a dog head. Dextrocustus, attack with the right hand of Cerberus, Guardian of Hell. This glyph is resonating with something. Could there be another one? I don't know. Well, it's the only thing we're gonna find down here. So let us go all the way back out of here now that we've done this. I think there's also like a breakable wall or ledge in one of these parts of the climbing in this room. Did I aggro the guy up there? I didn't yet, but now I did. Oh, he's down there now. I'm gonna reach. Here we go. Here's the breakable thing. With a cream puff inside, obviously. Or else would you find something like that? Oh wow, I thought there was gonna be this, you know, this whole little subsection was gonna be more difficult, honestly. But apparently not. Apparently I lucked out in this particular occasion. Alright. Oh boy. That's not a good way to greet me into... But I'm coming into a room, and that is not a good way to continue that. Just come over. So now that we've done with that little detour, let's keep going this way. And I think actually leads out of this area. Well, it does eventually, but not right now like I thought it would. Oh, we got Cashmere Thread. We need 4 more of those, I think, to complete the final quest for the seamstress lady. Jesus Christ, I hate these things. Can you tell that yet? They're not good things, they are bad things. And there's probably an easier way to get rid of them, but I don't know. I don't even have it like, hang on, my C thing. Oh, Globus. Might be a good way to get rid of them, actually, I don't know. I'll probably try it out next time I see one. Which probably won't be that soon, or hopefully won't be that soon. I don't think they show up very much in areas outside of this one, I don't think. A little warp point, and we can move on to the next area here. This is what the transition screens look like in this game, I guess. Here is the Forsaken Cloister, gazing towards heaven, as you might see. Oh well, that doesn't do anything. Well, it barely does anything, I guess. Not doesn't do anything. It's an unfair way of putting it. Here are the cave trolls. They are not as difficult as they are in some of the other games, so there's that. Maybe they can still kick your ass if they... Actually, this guy is like... We saw one of these guys, I forgot, in the... Oh shit. Oh, I'm gonna die. Hang on. Let's not die. Let's, however, also look for something disposable to heal, because, goddamn. Should have bought some potions, I think, before I came here. Yeah, because if I die, the whole sub-area with the butchers is gonna have to... I'm gonna have to redo that, and I don't want that, so... So I should have probably warped back to... I guess I'm gonna see if I can do that after this. And unfortunately I don't see any fucking healing items, so... Let me see. Any disposable ones, at least I could eat the tasty meat, but I don't want to, since I only have one. So I can eat the meat since that's easily replaceable, I guess, but that's not really gonna help, is it? What? Fuck it, let's use this. We can afford to. Let's pick up some of the, you know, some of the chests in the village so that we can replenish that very minor loss of stuff that we had. What else do I need? I need Cashmere Thread for the woman, the seamstress woman. I need Alexandrite for the jeweler. I need... Can I get the final quest from Irina yet? Even with the Howling One gun, or the Howling gun is hard for me to sleep. Nope. Guess she's not actually gonna be able to give me the quest until I open up the area that it's done in, which, you know, spoilers, I have not actually done yet. I need raw killer fish for the chef. That's gonna be a pain in the ass to actually get. What about you?
Yo, there you are!
Yeah, Mandragora root. Need Mandragora root for that guy. All these items that I should have grinded, but I didn't because I was too busy either doing actual work for once or playing other stuff. Oh boy, I guess we have to go through here. This isn't like the next area we're gonna complete or anything, but we have to go through here to advance in the castle, I guess. Oh my god. So we need to hit them like 5 times. Kill them. But they need to hit us less times than that, I think, to kill us. And oh, okay, I thought that guy had like stopped existing because he left the screen. Yeah, this guy, the Nova Skeleton or whatever he's called in this. That's a really good glyph actually for me to absorb. Wish I could do it in peace, but the bugbear is not letting me. Hang on. As you might recall from Symphony of the Night, for instance, these guys do way more damage than they have in business to. And in this in this game, you can actually absorb the glyph that they use to do all that damage, which is Nitesco. I don't know if I'm gonna want to absorb more than one copy of it, though. Which, as you can see here, is very easy to spam from a distance, so probably gonna be favoring this for a bit. And it has, like, stacks. I don't know how to describe it, like, it's continuous damage, I guess. Also, here we go. There are magic energies coursing through this room. If that statue is Cerberus, then this must be the gateway into hell. Or into the nether, which is actually above us, so... just need to figure out how to unseal it. Well, I wonder how that could be. We certainly haven't come across any clues as to how to do that yet, now have we? Yeah, there's a guy we can kill through the wall, and he can't do shit about it. That's wonderful. Blade Master. So I guess we didn't even need to come here yet. I'm just an idiot. Just give me that. I'll take that, thank you very much. Yeah, I like this glyph. I like this glyph a lot. It's cheap as shit. It's perfect for my style of play. My style of doing anything, really. So that's pretty much all we need for now. I'm kind of wondering though, because I was gonna say I'm not entirely sure about this, but I think I know where I have to go next. There's a little detour I didn't take back in the first area of the castle, so that's probably where I'm gonna have to go, and I'm probably gonna hit like a point where I couldn't proceed if I didn't have the Parius glyph, but I have it now, so if it works out, it'll work out. I'll be tearing and go straight over to this war point without healing. Because, as we've seen, I don't need to in this game. I am a master of this game, and I have never been in danger of dying in it. Let alone actually died. It's all a myth. Oh wow, that freaking... I actually got, hit by the shitty spam glyph that I'm using now. Actually quite surprised by this. I wasn't expecting that to be the case. I don't need strategy anymore, I have Nitesco. Also, I should probably turn on the radiator a bit. Oh, because, it successfully heated my room, and now it's actually... heating it to the point where it's kind of uncomfortable. I guess I'm gonna push it over there. And don't get me wrong, it's still really fucking cold outside, but I think the interior of this room in particular is hot enough now, warm enough. Yeah, it didn't go this way, I don't think. And sure enough, here's the part that I could have passed without the Parius glyph and an HP max up. Waiting right behind it. Actually, I just noticed something, I think. You see this big old painting in the middle here? That's like on top of the fireplace or whatever it is. I think that painting was in the final boss room in Julius mode in Dawn of Sorrow. And maybe some of the other paintings were too, I don't know. I have no idea if that painting in the middle is supposed to be anyone in particular, but I think that's not like completely new or isolated asset. So you know who send your theories to when you become a master of Castlevania lore like I have become, and you figure out exactly who that is. I don't know who that is. An emerald from that chest. Probably sell that for something. And nevertheless, the drop from the common chest, you know, mind you. The rare chests probably have good stuff in them. I really don't know. That's a mimic. So I'll confirm there is more than one mimic in the game, unfortunately. This makes me upset. Slightly. Well, at least it helped me level up, I guess. Oh boy. So in this hallway, enemies again docked under the Tesco glyph. Let's see. So I get another split in the road, and I think the way I'm going now is where I have to go first. So I'm kind of wondering what happens if I try going the other way. I'm very mildly curious about that. So I'm gonna check it out. Probably won't be able to go anywhere, but might as well confirm it, you know. I might as well switch to the side in this. This room seems it's easier to just straight up murder the enemies with it. Do the multi-hit spam thing as I do with the Tesco. Let's see what we got at the red chest. That's probably got something going into. Valkyrie Greaves. How do the Valkyrie Greaves fare versus whatever we're wearing now? The silver leggings. They're better in attack, but not as good in defense. I think it's a good trade-off, actually. Let's go with that. Yeah, this is where the path's gonna end, I presume. I'm going to imagine that's Mimic too. I'm gonna head and try to clear the room before I did anything with that, but it was not a Mimic, okay. I am very, I think, justifiably paranoid, you know. Okay, yeah, there's a wall here. Justifiably paranoid after meeting a Mimic a few rooms back. Can you tell which of these things is not like the other? It's this one. It didn't actually transform until I was right in front of it. That's pretty cheap. Don't think that's how that was supposed to work. Oh, it dropped something. It's Eye for Decay. Oh boy. That's another really rare item, I think, that only the peeping eyes drop, and it basically lets you see where the breakable walls are. This could show off how that works if I go into another place where there's a breakable wall. It's just like rings that concentrate in the place where the wall is. Circles. Oh shit, come on. Please don't do that. Damn it. Oh, the spider stopped just before we got to where the enemy was, right? Let me get that. Already have one, but might as well get another since it's one of the rare glyphs. I'll have you know. I'm surprised I'm getting those as easily as I am. But I guess that fares well for, like, me trying to get some of the other junk, the other rare items I'm gonna need for quests that I haven't acquired yet. Actually, I don't want to spend 5 years grinding for each of those. But hey, let's forget about that right now and go to the underground labyrinth, where we will be flirting with shadows. Apparently. This part reminds me a little bit of the underground reservoir in Circle of the Moon. I don't know. I'll be taking that. Oh, I can do it better than you, friend. Oh, yeah, these fuckers. Remember the Nominan, are called Polkir, and they're somehow worse. They do laser stuff. Let me see if there's any pickable balls nearby. There probably are, but never mind. I don't think there are any in this area. That's surprising. At least not before the boss. There's a Glashida, whatever that is. Breathes petrification breath, I think. And, takes a while to die, unfortunately. Moves just as beautifully as the what do you call it? The beasts from the mountains. Armored beast or whatever. I'm sure it's the same kind of enemy type, just with a different general skin. So let's skip the sending, I think. I'm gonna be going to the save room since. And as you can tell, I'm not doing great in the health department right now. Should just be a matter of like descending as far as possible. Oh boy. No, don't throw me in a pit with two of these guys. I'll have none of that, thank you. Boy. Also, the return of the Gurkha Master from Symphony tonight. I don't think showed up in any of the other 2D Castlevanias until now, I don't think. And not just the Gurkha Master, but also the other Weapon Master enemies in the same kind of visual style. Spoiler alert, they're both gonna make a comeback in this one. Well, all three of them, I guess. And that's not all. They also do something a little ridiculous with them. But I shall not discuss these things before they come up adequately. Check out this cool shadow effect they get on the walls here, isn't this groundbreaking? Ah, that's not good. There's a few alternative routes that you can take for each path, but I feel like I'm not using them. Probably will try to map them out soon, but right now I just want to get to the place where it will help me not die better. Might be here, it might be one further down. It is one further down. There we go. So yes, let's save the game, and I think you might have seen the... Actually no, there's way off to the right. It doesn't have a boss door yet, but it leads to a boss door. You know, spoilers, please said. Looks like a boss might be very close by where the boss is. So now let's do a little bit of backtracking now so that we can, fill out the rest of this map, which, as you may have learned from watching me stream this game, is clearly the most important part of playing them. It's not anything else, why would it be? Fill out all that sweet map completion percentage. And also find out secret places of the earth, such as this. Where does this go? Don't know what glyph these guys drop, so they can want it. If it's that rare, it can't be a bad thing, right? Mercury boots. I think those let you move a little faster, so immediately I don't need them. Ah, shit. There we go. Kinda hard to do that efficiently when you're sandwiched between groups of enemies, but hey. It all works out in the end, doesn't it? Okay. Go a little bit back up. Okay. These guys drop anything they do. Apparently it's an item too, not a glyph. Don't know if I'll ever be able to find out what that is though. Alright. I think I'm gonna be able to harvest more of these Nitesco glyphs if I just spam them. Kill the guys that are spawning them, but let's see if we can get through this room. See, we got very plentiful currents of fire. And they are very conveniently timed, and placed. But if we manage to somehow get through a good amount of them, we can get to the thing that's originating them, I think. Avoiding this creates pillars of fire, or stops them from existing if you already collected it, I guess. Which I certainly have, and I'm glad I have. At least these guys don't try to eat your brain like the Nominons did. Boy, we're now level 30. Don't know how... Hey, iron leggings, that's what they drop. I was trying to say, I don't know how reliably we're gonna be able to beat the bosses with this level, but hope we can do well enough. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the area for the boss. So let's hightail it back downstairs so we can actually meet whoever that is. I already know who it is, but you know, come to think of it, I don't think any of the bosses in Dracula's castle in this game, except for one. Well, two if you count Dracula, but I think pretty much all of the bosses in here are evil creatures that have not shown up in the past, and I don't even know if, well, you know one of them is, but I don't know if the other two are supposed to be like based on any demons or folk creatures and monsters. So you saw Wallman, who's pretty much just like a party of bombermen. I don't think that's based on anything in particular from actual culture. And if, you know, the next boss that we're gonna be fighting in a couple of minutes here is based on anything like that, then I wouldn't be able to tell you, or wouldn't have been able to tell you. I think you'll understand why when we see it. Oh hey, it dropped the glyph. Did I spell cure? Summon spell cure to descend upon your enemy, so it's another familiar glyph. Oh boy. Guess you could call that or equip that in the A thing. Polkir who is red like Nominon. So hey Polkir, fight that Polkir, do it. Oh. Okay. Never mind, actually no, I'm gonna try to see. I don't think this isn't gonna work out, but yep, it's gonna work out. Oh my god, it's terrible terrain for this. Alright, let's just save one more time. If we can actually get to the save one, that is. And move on to where the boss is. And I guess I'm gonna try beating him with Nitesco. It's probably a good glyph for this fight in particular. Can we say casually, even though I've been using it, spamming it on pretty much all the enemies ever since I got it. I'll get another Fidelis Polker glyph. Why not? I will take that. And then this room where I will quite possibly die.
I will take your shadow.
Okay. So yeah, he has the shadow of Bowser. And the whole gimmick of this fight is that you're stuck up against the wall and you have to dodge this shit. And you have to hit him like the guy, not the shadow monster. Sure, hitting the shadow doesn't actually do anything. Well, it might. Actually, I should not nail like it does. I think you ought to be aiming for the guy though. Okay. It's pretty much just a matter of learning exactly what to do whenever he does each attack. And not get trapped by cheap shit like that, too. And then he enters the second phase. It's quite entertaining. What the okay. Not quite sure why he managed to get me there. I think I'm gonna die. I can see myself reliably beating this right now. Okay, it's jump then duck. That was just keep jumping. Okay. Oh, but watch out, because he does a laser now. And before I actually somehow beat him. Oh, did I tell you, I think he does a lot more combo he does, where he does like, no, I died. Never mind. He like lashes out with one arm and just kind of thrusts it forward, and you have to jump over the first one and then quickly land to duck under the second one and then jump for the third one. I think that combo is like a lot longer in hard mode. It keeps doing that for like 10 seconds or something. Alright, let's try that one more time. So yeah, I don't know. The guy's name was Blackmore, by the way. I don't know if the game showed it. I'm gonna have the enemy screen up this time. I don't know if he's supposed to be based on anything, but
I will take your shadow.
If he is, I don't know what the fuck that would be. Maybe shadow puppets. Boy. I don't think I ever really noticed it before, but I think his shadow monster has like silly roaring noises. Like out of place. Trying to... shit. Maybe time to spam the attacks now. Oh shit. Oh, he can also just do the laser without any build-up, that's right. Alright, let's try this one more time. And what hit me there? Not quite sure. But I did see the amount of damage that it did, and I do not agree with it. Oh yeah, I almost completely forgot about that, but the game over screen actually changes after Dracula's castle appears. Which was like this yellow generic dragon monster that's just kind of looking goofy and smiling when you get a game over, but after Dracula's castle appears you actually get to see Dracula leering at you from the throne. So there's that. Come on, I don't think this guy has that much health.
I will take your shadow.
And yeah, this is something I think from the remote, but how's he doing that laser attack in the first phase right in the beginning? That seems kind of unfair. Oh, whatever. But from what I remember, this is one of the easier fights, if you know what you're doing. I say right before that happens, even though I haven't actually finished what I was going to say. It's actually one of the easiest fights to get a boss medal if you know what you're doing. But I am clearly not a good demonstration of that myself. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, apparently the Apparently, some variations of the flying balls of death do like upwards of 200 damage. That was not the case, I don't think. In the first time I attempted that fight, at least. You know what, whenever I get an extra fidelity spolter left from these fuckers, I'm just gonna go back here and save, because why not? One extra glyph helps. Just gonna try to, just go past this guy. I'm gonna kill him. Same for you.
I will take your shadow.
Well, at least you got to see the challenge of me trying to fight this boss with, like... No, oh shit, okay. No, what do you call it? Without having grinded for the rare items that I needed and still need, because it would have resulted in me getting more levels. Come on. Yeah, I'm sure you think so. That little combo, I'm sure it's a lot longer in hard mode, I think. Okay, that makes sense that it does a lot of damage, because, it's like one of the easier things to dodge, but... Bolts by themselves, I don't know about that. Just now realized something about the or the, not the combo, the glyph union for the Tesco. It kind of sucks compared to the damage you do if you just, like, combine two of them without even doing the glyph union. I killed him this time. I wasn't really expecting to, because I thought I did more damage than that the first time, but...
So, I have lost.
Yeah, you have. Just makes me wonder what it would have sounded like if they had kept the Japanese audio. Which I'm still pretty sure you can turn it on somewhere, but I don't know where or how. I should probably look that up, actually. You know what, let me do it right now, why not? Let me just turn off background input so I don't do something stupid, and... You can switch to Japanese voices under config. Okay. I don't think I saw that option before though, like I'm pretty sure I looked for it. Oh well, whatever. Maybe I'll be able to show it off, maybe I won't. So now that we've defeated the evil shadow puppet man. Just go past this giant fire hazard area. And see what lies beyond. Should be a breakable floor wall somewhere around here that leads to something kind of important, so I hope I don't miss it or anything. Actually, I can check right now, like, where it is. Yeah, it's not here. It is in this area, but it's not, like, right where I am right now. That's what I'm trying to say. One other Fidelis Polk here. Should probably figure out where that stuff is, actually, because... You know, let me explore a little more. I just want to show off what the I4 decay does, or how it works rather. I already said what it does, I guess. Let you see where the breakable stuff is, but I'm totally sure what that actually looks like. So there's also, it works the same way as the Eye for the K item in what do you call it, in Portrait of Ruin, and the Peeping Eye Soul in both Aria of Sorrow and Dawn of Sorrow, which do the same thing. I don't think I ever actually showed what either of those, look like, their effect, which is kind of weird, because I'm pretty sure I got the Peeping Eye Soul in both Aria and Dawn of Sorrow, because I did want to get full soul completion on those games. So why did I never bother to, I guess because I'm a little scatterbrain. Okay, so let's see, if I equip the Eye for the K here, hey, check it out, it's a mysterious wall. It's another mysterious wall. It looks like, you see, it looks like there's a secret thing here, and there is, it's a super potion, and it looks like that would be all that's hidden down here. But no, if you actually go this way, you can find the wall. And that keeps going in the next direction. But that's not all. Oh yeah, we got this. I think this boosts your luck. Fairly some feel here. There's also this, which, if you continue to follow it, leads you to this mysterious place. I think that's pretty much all I think we don't need the Eye for the K anymore. Let's go ahead and equip the better gear again. Do I have any better headgear right now? I don't think I do. Nope. What about armor? Apparently corset dress is really good, but I also have silver plate for pure defense if I ever need that. I don't think it's gonna be like that useful against the bosses because they hit like a truck regardless of what you wear, but maybe some other thing. We got a different ring tonight from the tarot set thing. Temperance ring, chariot ring, hangman ring. Don't really know. Hangman ring. I think I'm gonna replace chariot ring with hangman ring, honestly. There we go. What's that thing I saw? The lucky clover. Temperance ring. Raises everything, but I already have that equipped on the other things, so yeah. I don't know how it's possible to I got petrified. Hang on. I don't know how it's possible to have, higher attack with lower strength, but apparently this game it's possible. That's what one of the rings did. Maybe it's a thing that mutual cancellation, I don't know. We cannot take as if it was something like that though, but hey, check it out, we found another glyph just floating in the middle of the room. And this one is Rapidus Theo. This is the gotta go fast glyph of this game. Hang on, let me equip that on the A set. Rapidus Theo. Let me check it out, it's just like the speed up spell in Portrait of Ruin. And since we take, or because we can take the back exit from Dracula's castle, we unlock two secret areas, the large cavern and the training hall, which are the super difficult bonus areas pretty much. And the large cavern actually is kind of important because I don't know if you have to go in, but let's see, after I unlock it, if I talk to Irina, yeah, here we go. Heard from Father Nikolai, they were chasing a vampire, is there anything I can do? No, oh really? But speaking of vampires, there's a rumor going around. A vampire from the Orient is in the large cavern. How terrifying. How can anyone sleep at night with such a thing on the loose? Well, have to get rid of an Eastern vampire. I wonder what that could be. And the Eastern vampire is from is inside the large cavern, which is pretty much a bonus dungeon where you just fight a bunch of enemies that are very likely to kill you if you're not prepared. And he's the final boss of that, but for now we're just gonna continue traversing this place. underground thing, because there's a few things in here that we have yet to acquire. I just now realized that I pretty much never used the... haven't been using the, what you call it, the backflip thing at all, backstep, throughout the entire game. Oh well, it's not like I need it for anything. Definitely a good thing to have though. Maybe speedrunners use it, I don't know. Like you mate, like you might have learned by this point, I'm not particularly apt in the ways of the speedrunner. To any means, or in any way, I guess. Alright, let's go this way, I guess. Oh boy, it's the Red Smasher, which is kind of a weird name for that guy. I don't think he was called that. He's called something like Blade Master. And you can see why. He uses knives and he throws one when he dies. And if you're unlucky, or not if you're unlucky, if you're playing on hard mode, that last knife that he throws will actually hit you, but if you're not, then it's just an animation. It's one of the few differences that I remember between this game, solo mode and hard mode. I think I can even play hard mode until, like, I don't remember. I don't think it actually unlocks until you've been at least once on normal mode is the thing. So now you're up here. I'm trying to prevent this guy from doing the laser barrage, which I almost didn't do. So let me see. Well, as you can see here, we gotta watch out for falling rocks. I wonder what this, hazard from nowhere could mean. I wonder if it could mean anything. I wonder if it could be at all related to all those other times that we found ridiculous hazards like this being spawned endlessly in a room. And we also ended up finding something particular at the end of each of these rooms that they were in. I wonder if it could have to do with that at all. And what do you know, it's a big old meaty arm fist glyph that's spawning all those rocks. Lapiste, or lapiste, I don't know. Pulverize enemies with giant fists of stone. Or you could just keep blasting them with this ridiculously spammy laser, you know. Which one do you think is gonna work better? Okay, so I think there should be some... Oh, there we go. It's a secret. Starring. I forgot that was there, honestly. Just observed that there was something there on the map. No spoilers, I'm using a map to find certain hidden stuff like that, because probably found that on my own at some point in, all the other times I played this game, but I don't remember where all of them are, so especially hidden chests that you have to kneel to find. Alright. Oh, I guess I found that one on my own though. Black drops. Or white drops, excuse me. They look like black drops, or grey. So let's see. It don't know if there's anything else hidden here. No. Here's a Hammer Shaker. He's the third Weapon Master type enemy. Alongside the Gurkha Master and the Red Smasher.
Nice.
Boy. Oh yeah, this room. It's a puzzle. Can you figure out this puzzle? Also thanks Exekio. What was it? Exekio, I missed the numbers after your name, I'm sorry for the follow. So can you figure out, excuse me, 028, 028, that just showed up in another thing. Did you know you have to do this to actually be able to get past this room? It's incredible how water physics work. And I really want to get the glyph drops from these enemies to the Weapon Masters because they're actually quite good, as you might imagine. Pretty sure the Hammer Shaker is going to drop the strongest hammer glyph in the game, Melee or whatever, the Masir, I think, yeah. Masir, Melee Masir, which is the hammer type glyph. And I'm pretty sure the Red Smasher who attacks with knives drops the strongest knife glyph, which is probably Melee Coulter or something. Maybe it's Vol Coulter, I don't know. Vol is the prefix for the second tier of weapons though. But some of the weapon glyphs in this game I do remember don't go above that. You can only get up to tier 2. Alright, let's see where we ended up now. The barracks, distant memory. Which has a different music, which I don't remember what this one's called actually. I feel kind of bad for that. And to be quite frank, I didn't really remember that this one was in the game. But let's hurry up and get into the save room right in here. Let's see what else we got. Oh, we got this motherfucker's the Tin Man. Hang on, let's see if I can cheese this one. Through the floor. Unfortunately, the damage that the thing does in Tesco isn't that great, like, by itself. But as with every other enemy, it adds up. That's what makes it have the X factor, I guess. It's weak against bashing and against lightning, I guess. But I don't think the Tesco counts as either of those. Can I get up here without bouncing off of anything? I don't know. I don't think there's anything special in that little, chandelier thing, candle holder either, but just want to do it for the, there we go, the satisfaction of it. Just a normal fucking money drop. Boy. Hey Master, hey, guess what? I can spam shit too and make it impossible for you to go anywhere. What's going on with the background there? I never really looked that closely at these details when I was playing on the actual DS because, oh shit, I saw that one coming. Because, the screen there is so small. But wow. The aesthetics for this game are really different to most of the other 2D Castlevanias, let me tell you. And it's kind of funny because I think, didn't think I would say this, but I think some of the aesthetics in this game are actually a bit reminiscent of the style that would later be seen in the Lords of Shadow games. Right, I forgot that they don't roll off the edge if they're strong grabs too. It's actually quite good news for me. I can just cheese them like this. I like fighting the Tin Man this way, it feels you know, not infuriating as it would feel if I were fighting them the normal way. So let me see. Okay, hold up. I've missed something over here. Which means, of course, I'm gonna have to... See that chest? Yep. That's what this little edge is for. Green drops, that's all that's over there. Let me eat those drops. Pretty much no point having them if you don't use them. Increases lightning attribute points, increases light attribute points. There we go. Yeah, okay, so there we go. Found one place in the game where backstep is actually useful. For anything other than just mean value. So let us continue on. As I realized that this actually links back to the first area, I think, the part that had a wall blocking the way, and indeed it does. And now that we've gone to the other side, we've removed the obstacle. And actually, let me see what's the completion of the map right now. 47.8%, not even 50%. So yeah. You know, as if it weren't completely obvious already, I can reiterate that Dracula's Castle is by far the largest map in this whole game. Okay. Oh, it's Devil. They stopped calling this guy Malachi or mistakenly Cthulhu, then they just changed his name to Devil. At least he's still in the game. So those enemies where you can never remember what games he's been in because you're making weird arbitrary changes like that. It's kind of sad though that giving that name change because if you remember the first game to have an enemy that was actually named Devil was like Circle of the Moon, I think, I don't know. And from that game on, for the Game Boy Advance games and for the for Dawn of Sorrow, they actually bothered to make new sprites and assets for the enemies that were called devils or demons. But then along comes this game, and that guy who, you know, was recycled from Symphony of the Night is also called Devil. Also there's Lizardman, he found a big sword. He's also dead now. And I got my crystal heart. That Lizardman was the only thing stopping me from getting to it this whole time. Alright. There should be something else here. Yeah, there we go. It's more green drops, oh boy. Got more lightning attribute points. Why not? Let's eat them right now. Green drops. I have no idea what they taste like, but I imagine they taste like, I don't know, like sweet tarts. So let me do a quick check here. I think there's anything else I need to watch out for. That's of a hidden secret of nature. Or maybe the vicinity, but in before too long I might need to watch out for something like that. But something I really like about Nutesco though is how it allows me to completely cheap out the skeleton blazes, who I think only show up in this area. I don't know, maybe they show up in a large cavern too. But they remain among the the most annoying enemies to fight if you don't, you know, use cheap techniques like they do. So I'm glad that I can just cheat them out with this. I'm trying to... Okay, I guess I can't go through this platform. It's unfortunate. The funny thing is, well, here's another hidden chest. With red drops this time. The thing is, I think the Lizardman Blades are like some of the best enemies to grind experience off of, and I don't think that's because they give out a particularly like large quantity of experience or anything, but because there is one secret place in the game actually I don't think you can access until after you go into the castle. But it's in a different area. There's a secret place where you can find a bunch of them like in a row. You can just do runs of that room. And it's pretty much grind experience that way, I guess. Let's go down here before we go up there. Yeah. Back there, who's probably gonna get knocked away? Yeah, right there. Glyph, that's okay. Doesn't drop anything, does it? Nope. Which I'm glad about, because Bugbear, I think, was one of the rare soul drops in Dot of Sorrow. And we got the Valkyrie Mail. Is that better than the corset dress? It is in defense, and it's a good trade-off, I think. Intelligence and mind, I think that really makes a big difference here. Oh. That's rude. Go ahead and do that. Get him out of the way. Look how comically overpowered the Tesco Glyph is against the Skeleton Blazes. Like he just blows them away at the end. I got more iron leggings from those guys. Or one of those guys. That guy almost had his revenge, but not quite. Oh, there's a hidden wall here, let's see. What we got back here? Is it an HP max up or something good? Nope, it's a moon ring. What's it do? Is it, increases status at nighttime. Okay, well it is nighttime now, I guess. It's 10:35 PM where I am. So let's equip them. I think the Symphony of the Night had an accessory just like that. It's just like the moon pendant and then the sun pendant, which does the opposite. I think, pretty sure you can also find the sun ring somewhere around here that, you know, does the opposite. Increases your power when you play it in the daytime. And the background music for this area actually is another remixed song from Chronicles called The Tower of Dolls. You might remember the stage in Chronicles where climb up a bunch of like toy boxes and jack-in-the-boxes where flying killer dolls and little clown dolls jump out of the music that they used for that area, and now it's back, so aren't those wonderful, wonderful memories? I certainly remember them. What do we got in here? This feel increases strength and the effects of physical heals. And I'll take that. Can I get up there? No. Well, maybe if I like jumped off the imp or something, I could have gotten up there, but I don't know, maybe another one spawns in this room. Yeah, there we go. Hey, you follow me over here. I need to use you as a guinea pig. Come on. A little further down. Oh, until they grab hold of you and they do that shit. Just come over here and... They should always stay above you though, that's the thing. The imp's actually moving in a very tricky way. Ah, shit. Come what was I? You know what? I think it would be easier to just like try and jump or kick jump off the lizard man that was standing there before I killed him. You can still see his corpse right here. Probably easier to do that against or off of that guy than the imp. And we get a save point right here, so you know, what do we have to lose by trying that? As a matter of fact, let's kill the imp to avoid him from getting, or stop him from getting in the way. Both of the imps here. Well, we need to get past him first, though, that's the thing, and then lure him over there. There we go. Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, that frustrated my attempt to do that. Let's try that one more time. Like I said, well, they do have this attack that you just saw where they just rush you with, then swing their sword at the last moment. Is he gonna do that again, or is he not? No, where? Oh, here he comes. Oh, I was trying to, you know, double jump out of the way of that, but I guess I didn't do it quick enough. Let's try one more time. I'm pretty sure I don't need to do this for anything, but I am very determined to get it done. Okay. So you can actually, you know... get that done. Here it comes. I still say that should be enough space to dodge that. But maybe the game disagrees. Right, what if I try to lure him in with, you know, the other moves, where he's not just rushing you like that. I have to save again. Hey, check it out, I'm over here. I'm over here now, okay. Oh, damn it, didn't you bounce off of him that time? You know what? Fuck it, I give up. And for a fact I'm gonna be able to go there later anyway. Just gonna ignore that for now, like the game probably wants me to do. Or, you know what I could do? I could ignore this way of getting over there, and instead I could go up here, which is probably, you know, how I do it without having to do that contrived bullshit that I came up with. There we go. That makes more sense, doesn't it? Alright, so this part is terrible, I remember that much. That's why they give you a save point immediately, or not immediately, but like this hub area out here. It's kind of middle area. Let's towards where all the other towers go. Okay, so let's take this path. I'm pretty sure it's gonna lead to something similar, yep. These little magnetic anchor things, which are going to be our means of getting through this whole area. Which is where the Medusa heads live, as you might have guessed by the terrible platforming inherent in it. But until they show up, I think we'll be alright, but they will show up eventually, that's the thing. That's not a very reassuring, you know, assertion, but that's just the case. And I'm pretty sure there are some, what do you call them? There are, in fact, some... what? I can't come up with I cannot come up with the correct word for this. Some hidden things down here, let's put it that way. I want to find them all. And I also want the glyph that this guy drops, because there's a secret thing you can get with it. But I really don't know if I'm gonna get it. Oh shit, one of these fuckers. And he dropped the iron plate, but he did not drop the glyph. Or did he? No, okay, never mind. And that really sucks, because I want that glyph. I want as many glyphs as pretty much any glyphs that I don't already have. They will have some kind of use if they're dropped from an enemy. It's kind of ironic, well, let me see. What was I gonna say? best glyphs are the ones that you are not likely to get. Hang on a minute. Minatio, Umbra, Luminatio, Wolfulgur, maybe Fulgur. I think we need Fulgur for this room. Hang on. I guess we need to get them both. Sleeves. Oops. There we go. If we power up both of those things with Fulgur, we get Morbus, which allows us to command a forbidden curse, whatever that means. Let me see what that means. Morbus does that. Okay. It's not particularly great against these guys though. Let me keep Fulgur equipped since I think it's good against these fuckers, yeah. Let me try killing them a couple more times because I really want the glyphs that they drop. You say let's play. And I say yes, that is a horribly desecrated form of internet entertainment. Well, I'm sure there will be more of these guys later on, I think, in this area. Actually, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna want to, keep using the Tesco in this glyph sleeve slot. For fuck's sake. Maybe I should check out, the leggings, the iron gear that I've been getting from these enemies. Are they good? They are not particularly good, no. They're not as good as the Valkyrie stuff, certainly. So, never mind. It's not really worth it. Actually, come to think of it, isn't that like the same shit that you get from first quest that you do for the blacksmith? I think it is. It kinda sucks in that case. Might well let's just ignore that and keep going this way, I suppose. Unfortunately, the game's kinda loud, so it's drowning out the sound effects. But we are sure that they are beautiful. Let's see, I know for a fact there's gonna be Castlevania birds in here, it's just a matter of when they're going to appear. Sure do love these ghost joggers. They're the spookiest creature in any horror media. God damn it. I really want them to drop their glyphs, but they don't. These guys don't drop anything. See, this kind of structure looks really suspicious to me. Like there's probably something hidden here, but there isn't. Oh, I think he can hit me through the wall there too, so let's not be too forward there. Well, hey, we found a rare chest. This one has onyx inside. We already have that, though. We already got, all the onyx we needed for the quest. And that the jeweler gives us, so... Kinda sucks that we got that and not something better. Onyx and diamond are the two... Oh, fuck. The two items we needed for that quest, and we already had both of them, so... We have a moot point to get more of those. Alright, come on. Oh, we made it out of that area, I guess. And into the arms depot, cry in the night. Why in the night, though? Is it because bugs might be attracted to my tier content during the daytime? Actually, I think that would be more annoying to do during the night. So you know these intro screens for these areas, the eternal advice. I'm gonna get an HP max up at least. Oh yeah, I have like way less health in this game than I would have had at this point in, or the equivalent of this point in Portrait of Ruin, for example. It probably helps that I'm not using any ridiculous exploits like the quest reward duplication thing from Portrait of Ruin. Which I, completely fully, fully, thoroughly, holistically am willing to acknowledge that it was a ridiculous thing. I think the spectral swords with another fucking 5-star glyph. Picture of the glyph they drop is Melios Akari, which is the top tier sword glyph. You got Melios Scutum at least, top tier shield glyph. And a Mad Snatcher, which is just a Mad Butcher with like spider legs, so it's growing out of his back, so it's pretty much the bug people from Dark Souls 2. Except they have a chainsaw too. I would really like it if any of those enemies drop the glyphs that they're supposed to drop. But maybe not. But I'm gonna not a fan of the fact that this area doesn't really have any save points until like the very last part of it. But we got a Coulter glyph here, I'm guessing Coulter, huh? Actually kind of surprises me because I thought Coulter was the glyph that the red guys are gonna drop, but I guess not. Maybe they drop something else. Oh shit. Okay. What's this guy called again? Rebuild. Okay. So yeah, he's a very acrobatic Frankenstein's monster type guy with 666 health, as you see, but says something that I completely forgot that he existed. I did not forget that this guy existed though. I'm pretty sure this guy also drops like a really useful glyph that he never fucking drops. The enemies in this game are really stingy, yeah. Like maybe he drops the strongest hammer glyph, that would actually surprise me. Oh hey, what do we have here? It's Malifalchus, the superior sigil glyph. So let's replace our shitty Volfalchus with Malifalchus now. And see what else we got here. King Skeleton. I think you might actually be like physically larger than the other giant skeleton type enemies in this game. It feels that way at first glance. It feels like it might be that way. Oh shit, I thought it was dead. It wasn't like taking any more damage. What's over here? Oh, it's a 4 point. I'll take that, but I guess we're gonna be fighting the boss down here before we move on to the next sub-area. So yeah, as you might have guessed, in order to access the top floor, which is where Dracula is hiding, we need to find a certain set of items, or not items, glyphs actually, that we need to beat the bosses to acquire the other bosses in the castle. And one of them is at the end of this corridor, I believe. And the other one is if we take the other route in the tower of whatever it was called. Oh, hey, that one actually dropped the rare glyph. Meliosakari. I know. If only I could get the same treatment for Melio Masir. And the other one that I want, which is... actually, which is the other one that I want? I want Arma Machina from the Blue Robots. That's one that they drop. I think I also want the ones from the... I want whichever one the big Armor Knights drop, and I want whichever one the red guys drop. I want those as well. I don't actually know what they are, because I don't remember, but I want them. But actually, hold on a second. I need to reorganize my glyphs here for this next fight, because this next fight is special. I'm gonna replace my Nitesco with what axe glyphs do I have? I have Asia and Wall Asia. I would like Melio Asia, but I don't think I have that one. I'm gonna need Asia glyphs for this. I'm pretty sure. So I guess we'll have Melifalchis in A and Volasia in C, because let's play some Shadow of the Colossus. You guys like that game? I like Shadow of the Colossus. I don't like it when I get punched with a very comical sound effect though. So yeah, this is the boss. It's a giant guy called Eligor, I believe. I think he's a Mesopotamian guy, but I can't really tell you for sure. And you see these those things, like the thing that just shot arrows at me. That's the reason why we want the axe glyphs. And you will see what I mean. We don't like need them so badly in this part, but we will very, very soon. Actually, let me check something. Okay, the striking glyphs, I guess, or not striking glyphs, the sharp glyphs, I guess, legitimately do more damage than the... It's probably just because, you know, they have the top tier slicing glyph and only middle tier hammer glyph. There we go, this is why we need them. Hit the axes. And yeah, this is different. So I'm gonna take a little breather so I can, oops. I was gonna say so I can, shit, forget about that. Forgot to watch out for that, rather. Recharge my magic, I'll try to. And he jumps for no reason, and that's our cue to get the fuck out from under there. And as you might imagine, this is one of the trickiest boss fights to get up metal in. So you go do this whole thing without ever getting hit. Oh boy. And then this happens. Oh, I was aiming the tail, I thought he was like gonna kick. So I should probably try to defeat the crossbow up there before I focus on the legs, because I'm pretty sure that it's gonna be a hazard if I do this next part. Or for the next part that I have to do to actually, you know, continue with the boss. So, you know, if I could destroy that crossbow thing, I would be very happy. Jeez. There we go. Okay, now I need to destroy the back leg things. Well, with any luck now that I've destroyed the crossbows the rest of this fight if I manage to survive it, which I don't know if I will. Should be a lot more straightforward, because now what we do, the real boss is this big ol' eye back here. Oh. And he does a lot of cheap shit like that. He just leans back and it hits you for a lot of damage, as you might have seen. So I need to be careful to avoid crap like that. Boy, I think he's going to... Oh, nope. I forgot all the stuff that he does, so... You know, I might die here. If he hits you with that, he knocks you off again. Oh, but I somehow killed him. Oh, I was not expecting that, honestly, but... It makes sense that he would, you know... kind of, have not as much health as you expected, or go down quicker than I expected. After the whole ordeal that you have to do just to get to the back so you can strike the head. And then it tramples forward, and does not trample me somehow, even though I was right in front of him. And hey, there you go, that's another boss completed, and we get Arma Custos, which grants the mighty power of Cerberus. It's glyphers and eights, just like the other one. There must be a third. Which I'm pretty sure is gonna be the most difficult to get because of how... because of the crap we're gonna have to conquer just to be able to get it, pretty much. But yeah, there we go. That's giant centaur colossus boss defeated. Let's go ahead and save him without any healing items even. You know, I'd like to remind you, and let's go back to fucking spam weapon tactics instead of concentrated strikes. I don't know. Yeah, good fucking luck getting to me. Alright. He got to me. And he was one hit away from death, that's even better. So now we get out of here. I really want the glyphs of the super rare glyphs you can get from some of the enemies in this, but I'm not gonna be like going out of my way to get all of them now. I don't know, what I'm probably gonna do actually is like, if I can finish the main story tonight and then do the rest of the extra stuff tomorrow. By the extra stuff, I mean the 2 bonus dungeons that I unlocked by finding the secret exit. Oh hey, he dropped the, this guy out of the spear actually, goddammit. I could have used that during the boss fight, you know. But it's too late for that now. Oh well, whatever. So now we go back up to the other place. Place that is up here. I still deeply enjoy how thoroughly fulminated the skeleton blazes appear to be after I kill them with the Tesco. It is a thing that brings me great joy. So let us go up to the other path that we can find in this area. What level am I right now? Level 34, so yeah, I don't think I'm supposed to be this low level for, you know, this point in the game, but I mean, I'm managing and everything, but I think the game expects me to have grinded a little more by this point. I think that is how it is. That is in fact the case. Back into the save room we go. Try not to get hit by anything because we're gonna need all of our health for this next area. Which is this tower, except we're going up this time instead of down. And goddamn, okay. It's gonna be a lot trickier than if we were going the other way, as you can see. That's alright, maybe, if I manage to not, die like a bitch. Which I do not guarantee. Okay. So let me check real quick. So I'm pretty sure this path is gonna have some secret stuff. But I don't think I'm gonna be finding for a little bit longer yet. Boy, okay. Well, here are the Medusa heads. I know they were coming, but I guess we finally managed to locate the precise location in which they start showing up. Can't remember if, the yellow, okay, no. The blue and yellow Medusa heads count as separate entries in the bestiary. Apparently they don't, but there's actually a third kind of Medusa head in this game. Aren't you glad to hear that? That does count as a separate enemy. And we should be seeing it before too long if memory serves. Oh my goodness, okay. And yeah, this is the best kind of place to see a Medusa head. I got a Valkyrie mask. When you're trying to do this weird precarious sling platforming, it's the best way to do it with Castlevania birds. Okay. This looks very suspicious again, but I guess there's nothing here. I'm pretty sure that this one's gonna link back to the other side of the cloister place. So let me see if I can at least traverse enough of this path to unlock that, or the shortcut over there. And then get back on track. Oh yeah, this is the place where I killed the first of the... Oh my goodness, okay. Killed the first of the laser skeleton guys, Nova skeletons, and got the Tesco glyph, so... This is a wonderful sight to remember, I suppose. There we go. And after opening that, we're not ready to go all the way back over there, though, symmetrical. Now we need to keep climbing the tower here until we get to the top. This kind of reminds me, very vaguely reminds me of the layout of the castle in Symphony of the Night, honestly. So you got like the tower and the outer wall and the clock tower and all that junk on the right side, and then... oh, there we go, Arma Machina. Grants every ability of an automaton, and what that basically means is we can now become a robot. And I think we're pretty much invincible in robot form, that's the thing. I don't know if we're invincible or if we're like... the main thing is that we can break spikes, I think, well in this form. Let me see if... go into this room. I'm gonna be tempting fate by doing this, but why not if I try this? Well, let me run into Medusa's head. Or not. Yep, guard. There we go, we can actually break the spikes. I never actually did this, so I don't think. I always, like I knew that you're pretty much invincible, but I just now realized though that you actually like expend magic whenever you guard that glyph. But I don't think I ever actually used that glyph to like break the spikes in this area before, so there we go. You learn something new every day. I can now cheap these out wonderfully. I will definitely do that. And here's an HP max up hidden in the wall, because of course it is. I'm pretty sure there's another thing here in the wall, somewhere around here. No, but it's the end of a passageway, so I don't think I'll be missing that. Now it's like a Castlevania game, or a Metroidvania game, where I can use bullshit to chip stuff out, if I just take the time to find it and grind it. Heart Caress. Guessing that gives you something like more heart acquisition if you... Goddammit, I suck at aiming this. There we go. If you have it on... Hang on. I think I want to go the other way first. Oh boy, I got actually petrified again. I don't think there's that many enemies that can actually petrify you in this game, so... I am not particularly a fan of it when I see that happening. And hey, big surprise, there's a breakable wall here, and behind it, there's this... The Death Ring. Okay, I think we might actually have a chance at... I probably should have come here first, like, nah, it doesn't matter, but... If you care about the boss medals, the Death Ring is the best way to get them, and I guess I'm gonna see if I can demonstrate that. When we get to the next boss fight at the top of this place. Oh my fucking god. So I'm actually kind of surprised we haven't seen like the third kind of Medusa head that there is yet, because I thought, oh no, there it is. The Black Medusa head, oh my god. They drop a glyph, as you can see, and I wanted that glyph, even though I don't think I'm gonna get it, because this is really terrible. Yeah, I didn't get it, goddammit. It sucks too, because that glyph is really rare, as you might imagine. So it's not... It's like a double puzzle. You have to A, be lucky enough to get the glyph, and you have to be lucky enough to be able to absorb the glyph without getting hit in that room, where they just spawn everywhere forever, so... Well, that's one glyph I can live without, honestly. I think it just lets you summon Medusa heads, that's what it does. But yeah, the Black Medusa heads, it works exactly the same as the yellow Medusa heads, but they drop a glyph very rarely, which I fail to acquire. That's their X factor, oh boy. And I do wish that guy hadn't had so much health, but whatever, I made it past. And I'm at the boss, you can tell by the fact that, you know, this is where the warp room and the save rooms are accrued. And I kind of want to test something. Let me see. I thought I was going to be able to, there we go, do this in the air for some reason. I guess not. Though, can I not? You can do a very, very short jump in this form, but okay, you can make it here. So if you break the spikes, do they stay broken? They probably don't. No, they don't. Okay. I think in Symphony they do, at least until you reload a save or something. But in Symphony you break them with the Spike Breaker mail, so it's more of a story necessitated thing for like exploration. You actually need to break a hallway full of spikes to get to the area where the second ring that lets you access the center of the castle is. I think that's how that works. So you actually have to do that, but in this game, since it's more of an optional thing, I guess it's not as important, so... Anyway, let me show you what the death ring does. It gives you a massive stat increase, as you can see, but hits may cause instant death. And by may, the game actually means will definitely. So yeah, that's pretty much the best ring to use if you are going after the boss medals and don't want to miss any, because I shall cut you down, okay. So here's your old body death again, and they actually bothered to, make yet another original 2D death for this. Which, again, impresses me, considering how the situation has been for a lot of these games. Oh boy. Oh. So I'm gonna try beating death, without the death ring first, but if I don't succeed, I will absolutely use it. This form of death is actually pretty tricky, or this iteration of death, I guess, version maybe. Because it doesn't have a second form like some of the versions of death do in these games. And it doesn't need one because it's, it's pretty tricky to fight just on its own, as you can tell. And good old death in Castlevania, it has the infinitely spawning sickles of bullshit that it uses to try and destroy you. So now let me try the alternative strategy this time, which is to equip the death ring. And change my glyphs a little bit. Let's change to this, Rapid Feel. Okay, that's the one I was gonna change to, but then I saw I already had that active, so let's get in there and spam glyph unions. And see what that does. Is it already active, or do I need to know? Yeah, it is. See, I want Rapid Feel so that I can simply tower. Oh boy. Here what comes. Oh, that's... Okay, so when he says here it comes, that's what he's presaging, I guess. I guess I'm doing the Death Ring challenge now, I guess. Okay, I did remember to say, well, after... I didn't think I did. After equipping that stuff. And I think, much like in a lot of these RPG Metroidvania games, Death has 4 health, so just a matter of spamming shit until we hit that number. Oh jeez, okay. I don't know of any reliable way to actually dodge that shit, so... Source burnt itself out, or I just, my pinky grazed the corner of one of those blades, so I instantly died, because that's how the death ring works. It's like in Thief, where if your pinky toe gets dipped in lava, you instantly die. Okay. Okay. Damn it. Okay. I thought I was gonna get cornered there and oh shit. Hang on, I think I can avoid. Well, I did avoid that, but then the underside of his sleeve touched me, and that's what killed me that time. So yeah, this is... unless you're into Enurian Plus and you have a super overpowered shit, or you use the method to okay. Method to raise your elemental attributes to ridiculous levels that you can do in this game, which is go to that room with the 2 goat monsters that constantly use glyphs and basically leave the up button taped down with certain equipment so that you are absorbing glyph overnight. You leave the DS on with something taped down or weighed down, which is how I did it back in the day when this came out. You get a ridiculously obscene stat boost for your attacks. Oh jeez, don't know if I'm going to be able to avoid this one, because it was not as far to the edge of the room. Okay, I did. Ugh, damn it, I knew that was coming and I was trying to get away from it. I don't know if I should try to stay still when I see him doing that, or try to move to a specific spot. It doesn't help that I have Rapidus Feel active, which skews my movements, how I perceive it. But hey, I brought this upon myself, and I need that too. Okay, he's doing it now. There we go. It's the first time I managed to dodge that since I put the death ring on. It's really funny too, because I managed to dodge it every time before I put the death ring on, I think. Okay, good. Do it right at the edge so it doesn't reach over here. Ugh, damn it. I realized too late what attack that was, so hang on a minute. Let me make a few calculations. Okay, apparently clicking does nothing. Hang on, let me... 256 times, let's say 5, that's about 1280. So 4444... Oh boy, my voice got like... Oh, shit. Great. My voice disappeared. I think I know why. I think it was because I was making some calculations in my calculator thing, and I forgot that when I press the minus button on the number pad, that's the key for toggling the microphone on and off. So, GG myself, but anyway. Good job myself. Finally made it to the end, I suppose. So, did I see anything important during that time? Not really, except, I sure am glad that this spammy glyph kept saving me. That's pretty much all I said. And I sure do wonder if, the Cerberus puzzle room is solved with the Cerberus glyph that we've been finding. So yeah, here's the final area of Dracula's Castle, final approach. So yeah, we've got about an hour to finish this final part. Well, it's not a strict time limit, but I would like to have it done within that time. And I remember when I streamed these games, like I streamed all the DS Castlevania games in Hitbox, I think. I just wanted to quickly get through all of them in the 2-hour time limit that I had for each stream during that time, so I just ended up rushing through a lot of shit. And it ended up being terrible. I remember those times. Okay, so... check actually before I do anything else. Is there anything secret here? There sure is. Oh yeah, there's something secret I missed on the way back up here. Hang on. Well, clearly this means I must go back over there and check. Was it something breakable or was it something that I need to... Oh, it was something breakable. I found it immediately. No. Ice bean, I don't know. Ice bean, maybe. kind of sounds like a German word, but I don't know what an ice beam is. Hope I didn't just explain that to myself by making its pronunciation sound like English words. Oops. And I don't know if you noticed, but what happened there was, you know, how the imps have the ability to like latch onto you like this and like force you to either run forward or spam whatever attacks you have until you like wrestle out of their grip. And one of them apparently did the run forward thing while I was, you know, I had Rapidus Feel active, so I just fucking hightailed it out of the room against my will. That was interesting. I think the aesthetics of this area kind of reminds me very slightly of the beginning of... Well, not just the beginning of, but certain parts of Harmony of Dissonance, I think. Maybe Circle of the Moon as well. Jeez. For fuck's sake. I get a float right where I don't actually have any chance of reaching you there. Thank you for cooperating. Hey, it's a painting of Dracula, and it's actually Dracula this time, the way he looks in this game. Not just some random thing that... It's not terribly clear why it's in Dracula's castle like it is sometimes. Okay, before we go up there to where the rest of the cave troll friends are, let's go this way. It's the final night, oh boy. Don't remember if he drops a glyph or what. I hope not, because I don't want to grind this guy. A very vague memory of them dropping something, though that was a pain to grind all their items. Okay, at least it's not a glyph. Apparently the test cone works just as well against this guy as it does towards pretty much everything else, so there's that. Let's go this way, because once we get down here with the red flying skeletons, which might be a reference to Castlevania 3, where I think they had that kind of, you know, these exact enemies showed up and they had a sort of reddish hue. That might be a reference to that. Look at this glyph. The Valericus glyph, which conjures a pair of wings, allowing for the power of flight. So this is basically the glyph you get in this game instead of the super jump. We can now fly, and I'm not equipping it in the correct thing. Here we go. Where's Valericus? There it is. Wings. We can now fly with Paper Mario wings. Oh my god. Switch back to Meliophagis for this slot. Probably a good idea. And loot this room full of chests. This blue drops the Sun Ring, that's where it is. And then P-Max up. And I would like an HP max up around this time. But I'm not gonna get it, it's just a hard max up. At least I leveled up too. So you have to get the Valericus glyph down there, I think it's the only way to get out of here. Or at least by coming here you unlock this passageway of things, which leads back to the library, I think, yep. And that's the small part of the library that we can actually access beforehand. Oh my goodness, okay. What am I doing here? This should be in the Tesco. Tesco and Arma Machina, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, let's head to Arma Machina, I'm not going to be using it that much. I should probably just head to Rapidus Fever instead. Oh, I just used Arma Machina because I thought it was Rapidus Fever, that's weird. Okay, here we go. Is there anything up here? I don't believe there is. It's just shortcuts. I'll just use wings to get through this quickly. Oh fuck, I forgot this guy was here. And we need Darius to damage to get past this thing, hang on. That's okay. Just want to get back to the saber and then go back. That's pretty much all I want to do right now. That reminds me that 3.8% of the Castlevania coverage, so it's pretty much almost completely, done. The test code is... Oh, I think I tested this out before, I forgot. I got silver ore. So these guys, they drop silver ore in case you haven't, gotten enough for the blacksmith quest that requires it. And that's terrible. Well, at least you can still get it from, chests and stuff. Which is a much more preferable way of getting that, if you ask me. And fighting those terrible things. Right, so let's... Oh. Let's run into that guy first, and then at least focus again why they have the same power that the Final Knights have in... The Final Guards, not Final Knights, have in the other games. Just to smash your giant weapon into the ground and make a shockwave that goes towards you. There. So, oh shit. Let's fight a Lilith, which doesn't even drop anything yet. I think it might actually be the only Lilith in existence in this game until, or unless we find more in, elsewhere in this area. Ow. Oh jeez. There we go. Alright, over. I don't like how we don't have any space on this guy, but at least we got this funky painting of death. Taking some lady in the background and some angry, hungry faces behind him. I feel like that might be a very distant reference to the intro of Chronicles or something, but I really don't know. Maybe the intro of Rondo, where they actually show the evil ritual to revive Dracula, where they kill some woman. But I feel like that might be a stretch, I don't know. It feels like such a general thing to suggest. Let's see. Okay, here's another Lilith, I guess, but that wasn't the only one of its kind. There is that. Okay, did I? Sure. Well, at least, these things also drop silver ore. And they drop it a lot more frequently than terrible tinmen do. Everything about them is terrible. They drop optional items that you can very easily get from other sources, so the only reason why they drop those so rarely is to torture people like myself who want to fill in the bestiary. Or the drops in the bestiary, I guess, to be more precise. This is pretty much the final big room before, the end of this area. I certainly hope so. What do we got here? We got a thing. Heart backs up, that's all. And, okay, we do have a thing, what do you call it? You see on the map that we do have a very close by. Warp room very close by, closer than I thought it was gonna be. I thought the way this area worked honestly was like... There's suddenly, there aren't actually any warp rooms in here, so you have to like go all the way back to... Oh shit. You know what? Let me just rush out ahead, because I don't want to die at this point, and... Gosh, the only thing left is... You know, this throne, broken ladder thing in the throne room, which... There's the final boss room, right over to the left, but... Pretty much only came here for the save room. And, check it out, we can also... With this little parry, it's possible to... Get another chest with something else inside, but it's a super potion. I really don't think we're gonna need that though, at least not for this fight. I guess I might use that if I really need to, but probably not. I don't think I would need it for this, even I would need it for the bonus dungeons, maybe that come after this. Probably gonna be doing next, tomorrow. But for now, let's see. Vladicus, here you are. Just fill in the map. And no, we're not done yet though. I need to come back over here. And wonder why that guy woke up, even though he was like already down at the bottom of the room. I don't think he should have woken up. And come over here, just where we go, a couple of places actually. Need to break the ceiling up here, because we got a secret up here, as you might imagine, and trying to get up there, but that fucker's trying to get in my way as I do that. Okay, go we go. There's a bunch of lace masters in here. We got Onyx, we got the World Ring, which I think does that thing where like increases your defense based on how much of the map you've uncovered, which reminds me, I've been able to show the others. I'm pretty sure we found, like, mapped out the entirety of the castle now. With a diamond and gold ore. How many of those do we have? Do we have one or two? Gold ore. We have 2 gold ores, so we need one more for the quest that the blacksmith gives you. What about Cashmere Thread when we have one? Yeah, there's still gonna have to be some grinding done on those quest reward item thingies. But don't forget about this, the final warp room of the game, and now we can finally get the fuck out of here and go kill Dracula. So let me see. I guess I'm gonna do the same thing as with the death fight, which is I'm gonna try to beat him legitimately first. And if that doesn't work out, I'm gonna be using the death ring. So here he is. Such a lovely maiden. Are you the one to whom I owe this great pleasure? Well, I don't know what you mean by that, but okay. See the eternal life you seek, please at my side. I am not your benefactor. And please tell me of yourself. Let's have a chat. Surely you realized my company comes at a price, even though I'm assuming that you wanted this on purpose. I am the blade to banish all evil, and I've come to see you annihilated. The time of your destruction is at hand. Die, Demon Lord Dracula, or Dracula brackets. You don't belong in this world, you see. What an amusing woman. So here we go. So I wonder if Nitesco or the sickle glyphs are going to be better for this. I will toy with you a bit. Oh boy. And let's see. Dark Inferno. That's a Dark Meteor attack is called in this game. I forgot about that. Fatal Ray. Oh boy. That actually does more damage than I thought it would. And so I wanted to remember that attack, the green shit that goes everywhere attack. Because there was one other game that I can think of producing this general continuity. Not really continuity, but like years, I don't know. Producing this time that I think is supposed to be the same attack, but in a different... well, has Dracula with the same attack. A game that has Dracula with the same attack, I think might actually be a reference to this game, which is pretty much the only other one where it appears. Okay. And I think Dracula has like 9999 health, so you know, can't really gonna be here for a while, I think. Actually don't know where to stand to not get hit by Fatal Ray. It's actually kind of incredibly hard to tell, but that is just at a glance. But hey, we're doing it. We're kind of tanking it, but we're doing it. It's 38, 38, 38. I guess there's certain parts of the room where it's kind of... I think he always stands in the middle when he does Fatal Ray, so... there might be like some parts of the background where if you align yourself, it's a good way to tell if you can stand there without getting hit by that. So there you go. Oh boy, is he gonna do it again or is he going to... oh shit, I didn't realize it could hit you while he was firing it before it came down. And you know, spoiler alert, this fight is a second phase, but it might not be what you expect when I say that. Let's put it that way. And I'm kind of wondering how much longer until we get there. There we go, so if I stand right here, I can avoid getting hit by Fatal Ray. He always does that around the middle. On the other side, it's pretty much the same. But with the background on the other side. So well, it's taking kind of longer than I thought it would, to be honest with you. Like, I do like over 100 damage per hit, but what if I, Jesus Christ, okay, whatever. So basically, never mind, I still think fucking Tesco's a better option. Still don't want to use any super potions for this though, even though, like... there we go. He's now in the second phase where he just straight up kicks you in the face. No giant monster transformation this time. He just starts walking instead of teleporting and doing shit like this with the moves. I forget about that. Destruction Ray, oh boy. I haven't done this fight like legitimately in forever, so this might take a little bit. Okay, I guess you can skip a little intro dialogue. Well, that, you know, no reason why you wouldn't be able to do that, but let me try something. Let me try if I equip like intelligence boosting stuff, like I don't know, what do I have? Magician Ring, that's a good one. Maybe Hermit Ring. Guess I'll try Magician Ring. I think that's gonna raise my what do you call it, my attack power for glyphs like the Tesco that have the magical element instead of being physical weapon glyphs. Sequin dress, I don't know. I don't know if I want to change like my defense or anything else. Maybe silver plates. See, I'll probably have a lot of these things. They lose hearts instead of HP. I could use this, I don't know. Bodysuits, the problem with a lot of these is that the defense that I get is so much slower than what I currently have. guess I could use this, I don't know. Silver plates. Picking either silver plate or hard caress. I'm gonna try hard caress. It seems like a good deal. It actually works as advertised. What about this? Can I raise my intelligence any further? No, I guess not. I think I'm gonna keep the... Actually, let me switch them out for the silver leggings. Fuck it. Forward for this. And I forgot that I was in the middle of an attack, so... Oh, I already lost all my hearts. That's great. That's... Well, at least it was good for something, right? Now we switch to the silver plate. Just higher defense. Managed to raise my attack power by a very small margin, but it's better than nothing, I guess. For fuck's sake. I'm trying to stand farther away from him so I don't get hit by that when it's going up, but apparently that doesn't work. Just like not stand up at all after a certain time. No, it's good old Dracula fight mechanics, so just can't hit him anywhere other than his head. Remember how this was the case even in games where it was really tricky to do that, like Castlevania 64. You gotta hit him right in the head, and if you don't do it exactly right, then you're not gonna be able to fucking hit him. But jeez, fucking, I'm trying to duck. Ugh. Yeah, at least standing in certain parts of the background seems to be a reliable way of, reliable way of being able to beat him. Or, I say beat him, but that just came out of nowhere. Reliable way of not getting hit by Fatal Ray is what I was actually trying to say. I don't know why beat him popped into my head, I guess. You know, not fucking getting hit and dying. It's kind of an important part of being able to beat him, so that might be why. For fuck's sake. You know, the funny thing is I have like no memory of ever having gotten hit by Fatal Ray, like, as it was being fired when I played this in the past. You know, I might actually use fuck it, I'm gonna try to use try and succeed at using a silver potion, because I think it's, you know, at least partly warranted at this point. I have 4 of them, so it's not like it's such a big deal right now. So when he like jumps back like that, by the way, I think what the deal is. Oh my god, what? Did I die? No, not yet. Well, can I do the second one? What I don't know is how the fuck he dodge it. Dodge, you know, the big bad attack that he does there. Evidently not by standing right next to him like I did, because like, apparently to do that, even if you don't get hit by anything, you still get hit. Oh my god. Okay, so he does Destruction Ray. Oh, he fucking releases the hounds on both sides of the arena at the same time. That's kind of an incredibly cheap way to go about it. Okay, so what we do here is you die. Okay, never mind. How the fuck do you dodge that? I don't remember. I could try fighting him with the Death Ring, but I have a feeling that's just gonna be like a million times worse. Let me try it though, just for the hell of it. Let me try and change my equipment again, because I feel like that is necessary. So, Death Ring, go for, you know what, leave it. Change this for silver leggings though. Change this for anything, this is fine, I think. Change this for the Magician Ring, and change Armor Machina on this side for Rapid this feel. And oh yeah, the Moon Ring, I guess. Never mind, I guess we're switching this for the Death Ring, so... This cannot go wrong. Let's see exactly how it does not go wrong.
I will toy with you a bit.
See, that did not go wrong at all. Did he say something and then interrupt himself with laughing? I think he did. Okay. Also, I was wearing slippers before, because my feet get cold with how fucking cold it is sometimes, but... It just dropped out. So I'm gonna try and get Tesco next.
I will toy with you a bit.
Okay. Sure, even when I didn't have the Death Ring, you know, I didn't get hit. I did manage to consistently not get hit by those fireballs, but I guess now the case is another. Let's see if I can at least, like, get past the first phase with the Death Ring, and then I'll probably take it off after. What? Okay, now I'm starting to take use of this stuff. This is how you don't play Castlevania. Okay, no. I don't think I'm quite to that level yet, but I'm getting there. It's bugged fireball mechanics, don't you know? Okay, so 83 and hit him like for 5,000 damage or something. So yeah, this is gonna be fun. It's gonna be alright. Oh yeah, Fatal Ray. Oh, fucking stand right here. So when he does that, I can't hit him at all, basically. Oh my god. Fucking mouse is slipping off the perch that it's supposed to stay on, and that's happening. You should stay out of this, that's what he said when he kills you, I guess. With the fireballs, at least. I don't know if he says that when he kills you with other stuff. I think I heard him saying that before. Put the Death Ring on. Trying to turn towards him. I don't know why that happened that way. So yeah, what have you guys been up to? Have you been getting killed by Dracula a lot lately? Because I have. It's really kind of a... Okay, what? Oh, weaklings should stay out of this, that's what he says, that's a full quote. I guess. Well, now I'm determined to, you know, actually... be able to beat him not completely, but at least until he goes into the second phase with the Death Ring, because God... What level am I right now? 36. I'm pretty sure I shouldn't be this level by this point. I don't know. I kind of want to do this, but how bad would it look if I like ended the stream before I beat him and like did a bunch of grinding for quest items and such, and after that came back and beat him at a later date? Oh, I'm really fucking surprised I didn't get hit by that. I completely failed to account for the Fatal Ring crap that time. I'm like hitting him even less frequently now, I'm pretty sure. Well, I was so sure I was gonna not make it there, but I did somehow. Headphones. Don't you love it when you have like big headphones and they weigh down on the wrong part of your ear so it just hurts more than it should? That happens to me a lot, as you might imagine. I don't know why I said as you might imagine, sisters. I don't think there's anything like inherent to me that would, you know, make that more likely, but it's a word that I imagined, so obviously I had to say it. That's how language works, right? So, like, I hate it when other people do that or anything. wasn't sure if I could get all of the fireballs that could have hit me there with the range I had, but I guess I did. Okay, he's hit the second phase. Now let's say goodbye to the Death Ring. And Great Magician Ring. See, I can do it. Let's see if I can, Destruction Ray. Oh boy, I like that he did that when, he has me fucking cornered, so I can't actually, Alright. Over here, yeah. But he just jumps backwards and disappears into nothing like that. Oh my fucking god, this again. How the Okay, now I have to look this up, because how the devil are you supposed to hit him, or not get hit by that endless stream of bullshit? Can you, defend against it? I don't think you can. These don't look like the types of projectiles that you can, swat out of the air. Let's see. Order of Ecclesia. In the second phase, blah blah blah, summoning away, blah blah blah. Yeah, don't game, please. Do that. If the outline is spread, Dracula will call a stream of bats. These bats deal ridiculously high damage per hit, correction. And there's a great deal of them. Attempting to take this hit will be fatal, even to a level 155 Shinoa, which is the level cap, I guess. 200, well, in normal mode it is level 155. Can be avoided by finding the right spot to crouch or by using a shield glyph to block them. Okay. Second option may be preferable. Okay, so you can use a shield glyph for that. I would not have imagined that, since I pretty much not used a shield glyph for the entirety of the game so far. So with that in mind, let's switch, I don't know, let's A. Let's make have Melius Scutum as for both of its slots. Okay. You can have two shields out at once. Okay, no, I was just imagining that. Oh wait, you can if you time it right. There we go. You can have two shields. That I probably won't target, so if he does the bad bullshit, then I just need to rush to one side of the room and do this, I guess. Let's see if I can manage that. And try to survive, which I don't know if it will even happen at this point. I still have 4 super potions, and what I want to do is the same thing that I've been attempting for a while, which is, get through the first phase completely with the Death Ring, then when the second phase triggers, take off the Death Ring, and just try to fucking survive. If I can do it that way, I will be content for now. Fatal Ray. Must be very amusing to teleport. Oh, for fuck's sake, why are you looking that way? There. Shinoa, please. And apparently oh. Goodness. Need lots of room to be able to avoid that dark meteor attack. But even then I need to, not choke out and hallucinate the meteors going in different speeds, which I thought was happening that time. What happens if I use the glyph union for... No, that's actually worth it. So yeah, fuck, I'll use the glyph union during the first phase since I got the Death Ring power and all that. Is this the right place? I think it is, yeah. There we go. It's better for the fireball attack at least. Okay, I'm out of hearts for the Defiant move this time. So now... Hey, I'm pretty surprised I didn't get hit by that again. Hopefully that will speed the process along. It's pretty much one of the biggest things I'm after right now. Not having to spend a lot of time on each phase, because the longer I spend on each phase, the more danger I am of dying. Okay, phase is over. I switch out the death ring for the magician ring and try to remember that the shield with essentially he does the bullshit bad attack. Blue. He lives in the blue outline? Oh fuck. Okay. Oh wait, no, here's the blue outline. I think the deal is... oh shit. I'm getting fucking destroyed here. I did get fucking destroyed there, but... I think there's actually a tell when he like teleports away during the second phase there. His outline is blue that he leaves behind, or his after image thing, I don't know what to call him. If they're blue, he's gonna do the wolf thing. If they're red, he's gonna do the bat thing, and if they're green, I think he tries to like teleport to where you are and hit you for a drain attack. Which I'm surprised he hasn't done yet. I thought he was like trying to do that every time. Fuck. Well, my luck couldn't last forever in that regard of lucking out of getting hit of that attack. Getting hit by that attack. But I'm surprised he hasn't done the move where he tries to bite you after he teleports you yet. That was the move he does like every time when he suddenly disappears like that, but apparently not. It's just like into either of the other moves that I mentioned. Okay, he's gonna do Fatal Ray, so I don't fucking stay in the air like a moron. There we go. I don't want to risk it, so... yeah. I'm starting to, like... lose my, what do you call it, not concentration necessarily, but like the rhythm of this fight. I feel like the longer it goes on, the more incompetent I'm getting at it. And I think that'll happen, honestly. That's not really, should be that surprised that that's what's happening right now. So let's hope I can beat it soon. I guess get it for... okay, there we go. So I can kind of consistently get to the second phase now, I guess, at least. Well, something I gotta notice. Okay, he's... oh shit, he's gonna do the bats, I think. Okay, I'm just gonna stand in one place and hold the shield. There we go. It's the only fucking way. Oh my god, even if I do that, he still fucking hit me. That's great. Okay, he's gonna do the wolves now. Did they all die? I hope they did. Okay, so he... oh shit, well he did. Okay, it's purple, not green. Drain the light from you. 3 times 8 is 24, 700. I did not see what color that was. I'm going to assume it was the bats. Nope, it was the wolves. Fuck. Shit balls. Oh god, I'm so fucking dead. Yep, completely cornered there. God damn it. Well, at least I've got like the hang of the second part of the fight a little better now. Still completely horrified by the nature of the bad attack though. How, like, no matter what you do, it's still gonna take a couple of extremely damaging cheap hits on you, which... why? And I tell you, I haven't played this, like, pretty sure the last time I played this fight on, like, an actual DS was, I had an overpowered character in, like, New Game +3 or whatever. And I had 2 death rings, which, you know, you can only get 1 death ring per new game cycle, but if you get multiple death rings, they stack. So you become twice as overpowered for the same price. And I'm pretty sure I was also, like, certainly much higher level than level 36. It might have been actually max level. So yeah, I'm definitely not acclimated to not doing this fight with an overpowered build. And, you know, I'm doing it, I guess, kind of. Let's not die immediately when he does fade away this time either. Okay, I'm not gonna take off the death ring yet, because, goddamn. Maybe I should take off the death ring after, like, sure. Amount of rounds, maybe? I've tried to do damage to him in the first phase, like... just to ensure that I don't immediately fucking die after that. Oof, okay, that was close. See, I thought that was gonna be it for the first phase, but I guess not. This gonna be it too. But there we go. Over, I know the script, I know it's like, die monster, you don't belong in this world, you must not by my hand, etc. I know exactly what you're gonna say at this rate. But, I hear you regardless, because I'm just like that, you know. Oh, for fuck's sake, I don't like how you get like destruction race, so arbitrarily, okay, he's gonna do wolves. Because he should. What? Oh, okay. See, I was just gonna say, I should probably be using these potions more. I'm just gonna do the bats now. I'm gonna stand right the fuck next to him now. I'm not gonna let any of those bats get any sort of height. And there we go. Oh, so oh, god damn it, I thought I was doing exactly the movement I required to dodge that, but I guess not. He's gonna do the wolves again. Okay, so how comes the fucking wolves sometimes jump, like... Look. Did not see the color that was. I'm gonna assume the bats. Yep, bats is correct. Should I use another fucking potion? I don't know. Oh, hang on. I like that it lets you use a potion even if you get caught, so there's that. Yeah, just let me pull out this elixir before you bite in, Drac. Just, little charity, come on. Oh, what? Fuck. You know what, if I die now, fuck it. I don't want to use more than 2 super potions for this fight. Alright, so you got to find just the right distance to stand up to make this worth it, I guess. Okay, so when he does that, I should double jump, I guess. Yeah, I don't bother anymore with more than 2 super potions, but goddamn, so. Well, I got a battle plan, I guess, it's just a matter of continuing with it until I eventually succeed, which I'm sure will happen within the next 45 hours. Okay, Fatal Ray. Fucking drop the ball when he does this. Damn it. So after he does the first shot, I should take the chance to I'd jump and attack him up before the race comes down. What am I doing? I'm fucking falling asleep at the wheel. That's what I'm doing. Okay, come on. There, that was a chance to attack. After he fires. And, you know, don't fucking forget that he will fire. And that nonsense will hit you if you're, like, in the air. Okay, let me see if I can, keep the death ring on for this, at least until he teleports. Okay, he teleported, so... Here we go. Okay, sure fucking hope none of the bats hit me in this position. There. Okay, I actually managed to dodge him, but I still fucking fell on his head, so there you go. Same difference. Oh, the fucking doggo still was there. Okay, so I'm doing better now, I guess. I think my strategy is working out at least. Okay, don't fucking land on him or you jump over him like that. Okay. But hour again. I never fucking realized ever, like, that the, you know, color of his shade actually gives away what he's gonna do next. Well, I'm getting really lucky now because he's not doing the destruction ray. It's another thing that always screws me over whenever he does do it. So I think I might have jinxed it. No, but I think it's a little late to... Oh, fuck. Well, it's never too late to jinx it, never mind. But, I mean, he didn't do the thing that I said. I sure hope he doesn't do this. No, he did something different that I hoped he didn't do. So, I think he might be standing too close to him there. I don't know. Scared to move though. Okay. I'm surprised that none of that shit ate through my defenses there, honestly. Okay, here. This should be far enough to I don't have to worry about anything. Okay, come on. There we go. But wait a minute. What nonsense is this? He will never defeat me with such feeble tricks like spammy bullshit and, you know, different equip loads for different phases. My power alone may not be enough, but with Dominus I can destroy a fiend. We shall go for the finale, or shall we? Because I actually have something else I want to do. I'm gonna equip Dominus Hatred, Dominus Anger, and Dominus Agony to my 3 body parts, which are what kill you in the bad ending, and I'm gonna use them. This power is... no, it can't be by... no one knows. Sorry, Albus, I couldn't keep my promise. Guess I'll die. Hey, I beat the game. And I didn't even cheap it out as much as I thought I was going to. Fulfilled my mission, there's nothing left. My life, I feel it ebbing away. Didn't even use any super potions during that final attempt, actually. I'm surprised it actually ended up happening that way, but can't hear anything. Name's Albus, guess we're brother and sister now. What? Can't allow Shanoa to risk her life. Albus's memories from Dominus must be flowing through my mind. The only memories left to me now. Now I see why Albus risked his life for me. Why am I crying? Well,
I'm ending it all with this here bottle of ketchup.
Yeah, we are ending it all with this here bottle of ketchup. Must be a sort of dream, a final vision before I die. All the tears you shed are your own, which doesn't really make sense. Or maybe it does, I don't know. Because the backstory that they barely go into in this game is that apparently Shanoa has no memories because Barlow used them as a sacrifice to Dominus, so maybe at this point he gets them back, I don't know. Not a dream, my tears were real. So is she like physically incapable of crying if she has no emotions? I don't know about that. Once I realized I was allowed to exist within Dominus, Jesus Christ. Thought to find out what else had been absorbed. It seems your precious sacrifice remained intact. So yeah, I guess that's it. She gets her memories back, or emotions. Since my existence was questionable at best, once we parted ways I wandered the darkness inside Dominus to see if I could locate the memories, well, both actually. Memories and emotions. The memories it had taken from you. As soon as you used the glyph to stop Draculite's dark power rushed away, leaving one glimmer behind. The last trace of light was your sacrifice. You can't just solve every problem on your own without telling me. Now I can die with such happiness in my heart. Can't you see how happy I am from my face right now? Power comes at the cost of my life. Dominus requires but a single soul. You're taking my place, well. If you want to repay me, then you can grant one final wish. Smile for me, of course. Before I fade away. Okay, there you go. 2 thumbs up. And there you go. And of course, because Dracula's fucking dead, the castle is now gone. Or going to be destroyed as well. Not quite gone yet. Now it is. Oh, that's like the most cardboard castle that I've seen in these games. It really just vanishes. Unknown to the outside world, good had vanquished Dracula's evil once more, and his old record of Ecclesia vanished into the mists of time. Alternate text, this game is not canon, or does not fit in with the canon neatly. Which is pretty much what happens. But yeah, that was Castlevania Order of Ecclesia, which was the final Castlevania Metroidvania style game for the DS. And the final Castlevania game for the DS, you know, and also you could say the final game in the Metroidvania era that happened under Igarashi's direction. That had this distinctive style, which happened with, well, it started with Symphony of the Night. So, you know, I like this game quite a lot. I think it's probably my, you know, at this point, if Aria of Sorrow and Portrait of Ruin are tied for my favorite Castlevania game, this would probably be my second favorite. Maybe it would be tied with Symphony for second favorite, I don't know. It's Harumi Murakami, that's the map designer. Wonder if that name ever gets confusing because of, well, I don't know. I'm sure some people know what I'm talking about, but I'm not gonna go into that. But anyway, the game is definitely the most difficult Castlevania since, like, Circle of the Moon, I think. And it might actually be a little bit more since, well, I don't know. In Circle of the Moon, for example, you can, like, you can alleviate a lot of the difficulty by just leveling up, because the benefits of leveling up in Circle of the Moon are actually pretty great compared to most other Castlevania games in this style. And I think that stays true to a certain extent in this game, but I don't think it's quite so much. Also, check out this remix of An Empty Tome that's happening in the credits music right now. But I feel like even if you... Well, grinding does alleviate the you know, difficulty a little bit if you're having trouble with that, as is the want of RPG stuff, but I think it's not like to the point where if you spend a lot of time just grinding the levels, then it's gonna get a lot easier now. I don't think it's to that point. I think it's more like, you know, the only way to do anything like that to where you can actually break the game a little bit through grinding is through ridiculous techniques that are obviously not intended, such as the one I mentioned, where you can just leave the DS on overnight and absorb glyphs from the enemies like for hours and hours. Which, like I said, is something I did do with my DS back in the day, but Charles Murakami was the translator to English. Well, I say that because I'm guessing Charles Murakami is, well, I don't fucking know, but if Charles Murakami is a Japanese person, it kind of goes against the usual, you know, stigma that exists in translation at a professional level, I guess, where apparently the only people who are allowed to translate something from one language into another is they're only allowed to translate stuff into their native language and never to anything else. But you say that without even knowing if that's the case or not, so I don't know. But you know, stuff I like about this game, I like how they try to kind of go back to a more unique visual style after everything they did in the other DS games with recycling, you know, sprites from Symphony and Rondo and whatnot. I feel like they did go through a bit of a greater effort to create a more unique visual thing for this one, and also like the glyph system, if only because it reminds me of the Soul system. And how, you know, it's kind of a different thing to have the weapons be magically powered so that you can like dual wield and do weapon spam, but it's also tied to your magic, so you can just do that forever and ever. Unless you get a Chaos Ring or something like that, which I don't remember, and I don't know if you can get in this game. Wouldn't be surprised if that were the case though, but yeah, I think it's kind of paradoxical, because my enjoyment with a lot of these games comes from the fact that you can, you know, if you access certain parts of the game and certain things within them, you can pretty much just break them and make them stupidly easy. But hard mode has been unlocked, Albus mode has been unlocked, sound mode has been unlocked, boss rush mode also unlocked, and data has been saved. So if I go to sound mode, hang on, there we go.
Castlevania.
We can now play Akumajo Dracula. And hey Alex, I see that you've come to host the last 10 minutes or so of the stream. Let me try to find something actually. It's around on, of course. Actually, no, I don't hear the difference, but But hey, how you doing? I don't know if, like, the DS didn't have, like, you know, didn't have any kind of customizable sound stuff, so I don't know what difference selecting surround or not would make. Manira, no, Namira, something. Okay. Sometimes I wish I knew how to pronounce kanji, but I don't. Except for like 5 of them. So I want to find a specific voice clip. Let me see if I can just buy. How many are there? There are 334. Okay, let's get started then.
You disappear now. I will come. Wait. I'll go. Yes, miss it is.
It's given. It's just my take. It's you lock me.
This bottle
Let's keep burning. I can't like you. Take on this thing. Stop. Take you even you. Give it. Castlevania.
Oh boy.
Castlevania murders. They're my darkest nightmare.
Oh, Sama. Well,
You disappoint me, Shanoa.
悪魔城ドラキュラ。
失望したぞ、シャノア。
Shanoa. That's how you're supposed to pronounce that in Japanese.
Castlevania.
You shall not pass.
Oh my god.
悪魔城ドラキュラ。
ここは倒さぬ。ここは
Castlevania.
Is that death?
I will not allow you to go any further. I shall cut you down.
悪魔城ドラキュラ。
取らせてもらう。
Boy.
取らせてもらう。ここから先には行かせぬ。
Why can't they never get these, like, monster voices as well as in the Japanese version?
The time for games is over.
Actually, this is the Dracula voice, isn't it?
You make me laugh.
悪魔城ドラキュラ
笑わせてくれる。良い踊りぶりだったぞ。遊びは終わりだ。
Okay, I don't know.
なかなかやるようだな。その命、絞り取ってくれる。雑魚は引っ込んでいろ。
I feel like that's one example of where I prefer the English voice, oddly.
I will come. Well,
I'm looking for this,
Buy something?
looking for the sound effect with that, like Brachyura and like one other boss I think makes at the start of the fight. But
Thanks. You do not have enough to come back.
yeah, let my next.
Although it's a you that it makes
Thanks. Right. I thought I was you.
Thanks for your.
Yeah. Hey, got it.
Thank hello. Oh, good day.
hello, like more, oh, to the, thank hello, hello, hey, oh, no.
Returning to life.
oh god,
悪魔城ドラキュラ
it has a starting narration. Hang on, let's hear it in Japanese.
中世の昔より幾度となく蘇り、人々を恐怖へと陥れてきた魔王ドラキュラ。そのドラキュラが蘇るたび、聖なる鞭を
Story time.
人知れず戦い続けてきたベルモンド一族。彼らによって人間は闇を退け、繁栄を勝ち取ってきた。だが19世紀初頭、ベルモンド一族の消息が途切れる。闇への抵抗力を失い、時の権力者たちはドラキュラへの新たな対抗手段を探り始めた。我々の組織エクレシアは対抗手段の一つとしてこの時生まれた。志を同じくする多くの組織が作られ、日々研鑽を重ねていたが、そのどれもが満足な成果を上げられず解体されていった。そんな中、ついにエクレシアの長バーローは
Ecclesia,
ドラキュラに対
that's
抗
what
し
they call it.
驚くべき成果にたどり着いたのだ。
Don't know if the names of the characters are different. I think Shino is the same, but
Castlevania disappear. Yeah.
God.
I with come.
Okay, hang on.
Go. I yeah, made it.
There. It's you. It's just my take. It's you. Lock me.
Don't seem to be having any luck with finding this particular sound effect that I want to. Maybe it's not here, I don't know. You know what? Hang on, I have a solution for this. I just now realized. What if I
悪魔
switch
城ドラキュラ
the voice to Japanese? And
悪魔城ドラキュラ
can I do that? I thought I could. If I try like this and, you know. Oh, I just have the shield, that's right. There's a little detail. You know what? No, never mind. Let me see if I can find a comparison on YouTube or something, because, hang on. If I find what do you call it? Sound effect for Brachyura, the giant enemy crab boss. English and Japanese, maybe? Hang on, let me load into the game, I guess, to stop it from auto-playing that thing. And just, you know, I guess I'll just minimize it. I don't know. Hang on, let me listen to these. I don't know if it's gonna be like English audio or not. Okay, I think that's the Japanese audio actually, I don't know. So I don't even need to like show video for this, I think you can do it with, you know, with this, so the third or so boss of the game is a giant crab called Rakura. And when you start the fight, you hear him roar. And what you just heard was the English audio version of that roar. I'm gonna play it again. It sounds very menacing, doesn't it? So what did the Japanese version sound like that they had to change it? It's a definite improvement, wasn't it? You know, we went from to... It's definitely a worthwhile change, wasn't it? I'm kind of sad that I couldn't find that particular sound clip in the sound test so I could show it directly though, but yeah, whatever. But yeah, that's I beat Dracula and all that junk. That's pretty much the main campaign, I guess, of this game completed, but now that I've done that, what are we calling it in brief? But don't forget that there are still these other places that I haven't actually gone into yet, like the training hall. Light acoustic leaf of flight cannot be used here, just an FYI. And the large cavern, which I don't remember if it has the same music or not. I don't think it does. I don't remember. Oh, it does, okay, so... do I want to go in there? Not yet. Hang on. I guess I'm gonna try like a very brief round of the trading hall, and that's pretty much the last thing I'm gonna do for now. Just go ahead and refill my hearts, and wow, I have a lot of max hearts. And equip my Nitesco glyphs over here. And actually, I can't use Volaricus in the thing, I'm trying to switch my glyph sleeve there. The training hall, but I can use Arma Machina, and that might actually lead to something very interesting, because let me tell you about this place. It's basically an obstacle course, where everything is very easily able to kill you. And every so often you get a chance to back out, but if you want the best rewards for completing this place, you need to make it all the way to the end. I can't imagine how fun this is. Hang on. I'm trying to realize, well, not realize, but like figure out how to... damn it. I need Magnus here, not Polaricus. Let me see if I can at least get far enough into this place to where I get to the first part of it where you can back out. And I'll probably do this along with the other extra dungeon, which is the large cavern, tomorrow when I stream this, because I don't want to, walk away from this game without addressing this. And I almost forgot to mention this, but you might have realized that the background music in both of these places is a remix of Riddle, which is one of the final stages BGM from Castlevania 3. And you might also find some interesting sights in this place, such as those guys who walk on two hammers. Unusually interesting sights, and actually, hang on a minute. Oh. And you might encounter stuff such as this place where you have to wait for the platform to come around again. Yeah, there are some enemies like the double hammer walkers, which only appear in these bonus areas, so I'm pretty sure if I look in the bestiary for instance, it's almost completely filled up, but 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces are yet to be filled up. I know that one of them is those guys down there. I think second one is there's an enemy called a Weapon Master, which is like all the Weapon Master type enemies from Dracula's castle fused into one. And it's just as terrible as it sounds. And then one more of those I know is the... here's where you can back out. And you just leave. You don't even get that treasure chest. Yeah, fuck it. Let me try going for the treasure chest. I'm gonna have to redo this starting rooms again, but fuck it. You know what, if I don't get... Oh boy, well, I'm doing great. If I don't get a chance to get that chest with the second opportunity to back out, and I'm just not gonna get it. It's kind of unfortunate because, you know, there's one item in particular I can think of which you need to complete a quest which you can only get from a rare chest in one of these areas, and that's Alexandrite, the final gem that the jeweler asks you to bring her. Hang on a minute, can I seriously not? Well, I guess that's ripped for me, but there's something I feel like I need to try out now because I feel like it should have worked. It's Arma Machina, you know, the glyph that lets you become invincible for a little while. So I have it activated right now, and just let the magic refill. And you know, the thing about this glyph is that it makes you invincible for as long as you have it active. With the only restriction being that every time you get hit, it says block and it drains some of your magic. So can you not activate it? See, because it's working right now, but it didn't work last time I died here. Okay, so you do get hit when it deactivates. Ah, well. But yeah, all sorts of fun stuff in here, basically. And in the other place, which is a bonus dungeon that basically fight a bunch of strong enemies in each room. It's kind of like the Nest of Evil in Castlevania Portrait of Ruin. And same deal with the arena in Riddle of the Moon, I'm pretty sure. So, and to complete one of the villager quests, you need to get to the end of that place and beat the final boss there. So, guess what I'm going to be doing tomorrow? I guess if I hopefully get around to grinding and not be the level that I am right now, level 36, which seems a little low for, you know, finishing the game, considering that max level in normal mode is 255. But yeah. That was the core game from this game, Order of Ecclesia. Again, one of my favorite Castlevania games from the whole lineup of the series. And I will be returning to it one last time tomorrow. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be, like, how much long I'm gonna take to get through the last couple of parts, because pretty much all I want to do at this point that I haven't done is complete the training hall, complete the large cavern, and complete all of the villager quests. And I need Alexandrite, and I need to beat the final boss of the large cavern, but other than that, I think pretty much all the other stuff I gotta do is like grind more easier to get items from other enemies, so yeah. Guess I'll get around to it somehow or another. Probably take like an hour or so, so I might actually get around to taking a look at the next game that I'm gonna be, you know, that I have in the marathon lineup, which is something very, very special, let's put it that way. Something very, very unique, and something that you definitely won't find anywhere else. Those are certainly terms that I can use to describe it. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow for more Terraria. Well, actually, no, not more Terraria. I just now remember that Lizardman can't make it to Terraria tomorrow, so yeah, I'll probably... I thought I was gonna be, like, not gonna be able to stream all of the game. The second game, the game that's coming after the one I'm playing right now tomorrow, but if I might be able to do that, I don't know. Guess we'll see. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow for that, for one of the most incredible experiences of your life, if you can stick around for Castlevania Judgment, which is game 22. Boy, oh boy. So I'll see you for that. Let me Fuck it, let me make the... Yes, anime, that's a very... That's a very apt presage of what's coming, believe me. So let me leave you off with a teaser of that, I guess. Let's do it